Wednesday on 1, the heroes of Blue Watch return and the spectacular...
The Pacific plans to fight back as New Zealand Rugby plunders their ranks.
New Zealand Rugby League's luckiest moment. They tell us about their Houdini act.
And our triathlete stars battle the dirty water in the basin.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. Well, let's face it, Pacific Island rugby players are deserting their teams as if a cyclone was fast approaching.
And why? Are they being poached, or are they making career decisions? Well, tonight we investigate the plundering of the Pacific. But first, some other stories. And there was no shortage of sparkling individual performances in rugby's NPC semi-finals.
Into our country, you know, the qualities of them will rub off onto the qualities of our own players and make them better players.
Oh, lovely skill from Juninho. The fact that Juninho's decided to display his talents in Britain and has chosen Middlesbrough as his base demonstrates not only his new manager's impressive international standing, but the growing worldwide reputation of English league football.
Well, coming up, we all remember Ian Ferguson's glorious gold medal days.
Well, now his son's also in pursuit of gold, but he can't use any paddle power.
And should the All Blacks deliver an anti-nuke message to the French? Our poll results are next.
It's just what the doctor ordered.
You are actually taking off.
Welcome back. Well, his coach says he could be #1 in the world, and his famous father knows all about what it takes to get there. His name is Steve Ferguson. His dad is canoeing great Ian. But the younger Ferguson has chosen a different sport, and the Auckland teenager is already becoming a star. Sports Night's Jane Dent picks up the story.
One day I want to be the fastest in New Zealand and maybe in the world or something.
He's always had that determination.
I think he has everything to make it #1 in the world.
He's been swimming since he was a tiny tot. Now Steve Ferguson is the fastest 15-year-old breaststroker in the country. 11 years ago, he watched his dad win all that Olympic gold in Los Angeles. It made its mark.
I can remember going when I was 4 and I remember watching my dad race, and that really was very good, and him winning 3 gold medals in that. I've always wanted to be successful in some sort of sport, and found swimming is that sport.
Ferguson's ranked 3rd overall in the country, but he's 8 years younger than champion Kiwi breaststroker Paul Kent, who's nearing world record times. Ferguson's coach says that means Steve still has plenty of time to reach his full potential.
Okay, you ready?
Jan Cameron has coached on both sides of the Tasman. Swimmers flock to her from all over Auckland. Around half her squad are national age champions, but she says Ferguson stands out.
Stephen has that, you know, for swimmers, it's a special ingredient. To get up at 4:30, 4:45 every morning, to come to the pool, swim up and down, they have to be somewhat odd. They have to be a little bit special. And he has all the ingredients that I see in a Daniel Loader and a Kieran Perkins. He has those ingredients.
At 6'4", he's got the swimmer's build. He's got huge hands and huge feet, you know, something I never had. And he's got the mental determination. Every time he races in a big race, he goes fast. And I think that's what the difference between a real good athlete and one that's not so good is the one that can turn it on for the big race, and he always seems to do it.
And Ian Ferguson is always wary of the likely pressure on his son to live up to his dad's name.
I don't push him at all. All his training is up to him. If he doesn't want to go, I don't make him get up or do anything. It's totally his thing. And so I try not to put pressure on. I just try and watch him race. If he was in canoeing, I think he would probably feel a little bit pressured, but he's doing his own thing, and he's much better than I ever was at that age.
But Ian Ferguson's competitive streak still comes out with his kids.
You're going pretty far back, so Steve, you know? I reckon I can still beat you.
Sure.
However, Steve gets a little irate at suggestions that his talent's all because of his father.
Well, some people say, like, I'm only fast because my dad's fast and all that, and it runs in the genes and stuff, but it's a totally different sport, and it's not, and I I've worked hard at my sport.
His dad competed in 5 Olympics, but is now happy to watch his son's quest to make the Olympics in the year 2000.
It's great. I think I get more enjoyment out of watching him than I did out of myself racing.
I'll make the Olympic team, and I've always wanted to get a medal at the Olympics, so one day hopefully I'll get the medal.
And if he does, he'll make the Ferguson family the first Kiwi father-son duo to win Olympic medals.
Well, poll results time. Thanks for the calls. We asked if the All Blacks should deliver an anti-nuclear message to the French government. Just under 1,000 calls. 81% said yes.